They're asking for the link, and I'm gonna give it.
Radiant team ban.
Okay, so in terms of bans and picks, Batrider and Nyx probably going to see a Magnus ban off again. Natolic's got the first pick, and Magnus destroyed LGD in the first game. Magnus was doing amazing RPs. Oh, actually, just gonna see the next ban off. Oh, it's LGD first pick. I don't know how Dota works. Just ignore me. So we might see the Magnus ban off, but that. Nope, we're not.
Radiant team pick.
So they can pick up Magnus first.
They could, but are they going to? They seem to be thinking about it. Is this some kind of a bait?
Killing your keyboard.
No, I'm sorry, that's just how my keyboard sounds when I type. Everyone always complains at me. When I play with my team, they like sometimes tell me I have to mute my mic because it hurts their ears too much. Wow. Either 1437 is AFK or... Oh, there they go. They picked up the Magnus. I'm assuming Netolic is going to get something like, I don't know, maybe a Rubik Darkseer if they were going for some kind of stereotypical picks. But they haven't been. They've been picking very interesting things, so I don't really want to be able to take a guess.
Queen of Pain.
Queen of Pain?
Dire team pick.
Okay, and
10
for maybe
seconds
Shadow
remaining.
Demon, or
Yeah, Shadow
he's
Demon.
not so popular lately.
5 seconds.
They're probably going to pick up a
remaining.
support. If they picked up 2 cores in the first pick, that'd be a little bit too much.
Reserve time.
But if they will pick Shadow Demon, it's probably LGD will ban out all those like combo bomba supportive heroes like Leshrac, Lina, Niski, or something that would. Oh, it's Nature Prophet.
Why do we even try and guess what they're doing? We have no idea.
Again.
LGD is just
Tired
like it.
of misery.
Unless they're going to run a support Jarokov to this game, maybe.
I'm really looking forward for JS Magnus.
And TK, wow.
Or is it gonna be
Dire
Dragon
team
Knight
pick.
with him? On mid. Just because I saw some games lately with
Yeah.
like CS scene where Dragon Knight were playing mid and he was doing great. Or maybe like for triple aim, not as a supportive hero.
10
I
seconds
think,
remaining.
honestly, I think the Magnus, looking at Natolic's pick so far, I think the Magnus would be a bit better at mid purely because he's got the skill to escape, whereas the Dragon Knight's going to have to make sure he holds tangos all the time if the Furion decides to gank. So if Furion TP's in and Dragon Knight doesn't have a Quelling Blade or Tree, he's going to die. I don't know. You apparently know LGD better than I do. What are they going to pick up? Maybe a support. Actually, neither team has supports at the moment. I'm expecting we're going to see all bans are going to be like Shadow Demon, Leshrac, Lina, Keeper of the Light, Rubik.
Why
and
no?
whatever.
Rubik is just Rubik for selling RPs.
Yeah.
Jar's ultimate as well. A call down.
I think Rubik's a really, really strong support.
Have you ever seen Rubik selling this
Radiant
Elder
team
Dragon
ban.
form?
Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah, he's really funny.
It's this little tiny
it's
thing.
Shadow Demon, yeah, and they will ban out, I think. That's right.
Yeah, Leshrac, Lina, Rubik,
Yeah.
Alchemist maybe. Oh no, they're going to ban out the Jug. Well, I guess Jug is a pretty decent ban. Especially if LGD is considering picking up the Keeper of the Light. Jug is a pretty decent counter to Keeper of the Light spam with his healing ward. There goes the Rubik.
Radiant team ban.
But Netolic is in need of a carry. I mean, this is probably LGD's 3 cores.
Yeah.
Wow. I think it makes a funny noise. Keep it alight. And the Alchemist band totally called it. I called it. And
Still probably can be Skyras as a second super for Netolic. They're like to use him, but they banned out Flash Right.
oh yeah, this is 3 supports band.
So what supports left? Like Lina,
Yeah, Lena's
and
left. Lion,
Jakiro,
Jakiro,
like
Wisp.
wait. Gonna be like a action game.
Yeah.
All this, yeah, TPs all over the map, chasings. I love this game.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty good actually. Because you can tell if Furion decides that he's going to push solo, that Wisp Dragonite, Wisp Gyrocopter, Wisp Magnus is going to TP on his face. But of course, that's assuming Wisp is going to be able to get to 6, and Wisp is not a particularly strong laner, so if they decide to go for an aggressive lane... Oh, there's the laner. So it must be Furion solo. Maybe Furion solo easy lane, Queen of Pain mid, and one more aggressive carry for the tri lane.
It's a huge like troubles can be like for the IO because of this Lina's Laguna Blade, and especially with the Soul Catcher and the hero.
Yeah.
It's a lot of burst damage.
No, Wisp is going to have a lot of trouble. I mean, I think this game, I'm guessing now this game is going to get really, really action-packed once everyone hits level 6.
Yay!
Ooh, CK. So it's probably going to be a CK Wisp lane, DK Gyrocopter? Maybe?
DK is going... Okay. Yeah.
It must be Gyrocopter support. So I mean, DK's not a very good support. Unless it's CK support.
Yeah, Gyra is a support. Or DK. Yeah,
10
DK.
seconds
Probably.
remaining.
Oh, it's really interesting. We'll see now.
Yeah.
Because
5
every,
seconds
like,
remaining.
Magnus and as well as DK can mid,
Yeah.
and I can carry, and as well as support. Yeah, like, we'll see.
Yeah, we will. What,
That's why it's so interesting,
10
like,
seconds
from the
remaining.
beginning. Heroes come up to the lanes, and we'll
5
see the heroes
seconds
against them.
remaining.
We're down to 2 seconds, 1 second. Spectre!
Spectre!
Ooh! Well, this is going to be...
I saw Spectre. Lately, it was 2 days ago. Probably, I don't remember what what was this, but it was for the AMD Premier League. Don't remember what team used it.
Well, I would say she's a very strong hero, with her ultimate now lasting for the whole duration. That was her most recent buff. So even if she haunts to somewhere, oh, there you go. Even if she rallies to someone, her ultimate is still going to last, which means that she's going to do a lot of damage. And when you combine that with the Furion being able to globally teleport around, I would say that's going to be
Yeah.
pretty significant.
I'm gonna introduce teams.
You
For
can
the
do
Radiant
LGD.
Yeah. Oh, I can do whatever. Just
No, you can do LGD. You know LGD.
okay. For the Radiant side, we now have LGD as the third game from the best of 3, and Dragonite will be farmed by G, and it's probably he will go mid. Cat will be playing on CK. Io will be played by Prax. Thebe will farm Gyrus. And Misery will be playing on Magnus.
Okay, for the dire side, we have got Elsmurf on the Shadow Demon. The Furion is going to be played by Raveplu. Lina is going to be played by Ludraki. Chibi is going to be playing the Spectre. And KS is going to be playing the Queen of Pain. So that's the lineup. It looks like we're going to be seeing a passive tri-lane versus the Magnus at top lane. So the Spectre should be able to get a lot of farm. She's gone straight for a Quelling Blade as well as a lot of regen. Two supports have got some smokes and a lot of regen as well. Leave the Spectre to... I suspect they're going to leave the Spectre to farm while the supports roam and gank this mid lane. This Dragon Knight is fairly susceptible to ganks, especially with the Fury on TP in. So that should be pretty interesting.
30 seconds to battle.
I'm not sure if Furion's going to go for the jungle or if he's going to go lane. Because he has, it looks like he's going to go jungle. He's picking up a lot of clarities. He's probably going to be farming the jungle and trying to TP around to gank a lot in the meantime.
I'm curious about Jara as a support. Will he skill up home missiles instead of like cannon, or will he make damage? Like when you play Jara like as a carry, you're maxing flag cannons and rocket barrage. But when you play as a support, you probably need some homing missile.
Definitely. Well, the rocket barrage does a lot of damage, and I'm assuming he's going to be comboing quite effectively with the DK as well as the CK. Those two heroes both really tanky, able to tower dive. So Jara will basically just have to get close enough and spam that rocket barrage and follow up stun with heavy missile. So probably not going to see much flak cannon, I would assume, especially if he's going to be roaming a bit. Even EO has actually got some smoke, which I think is quite interesting. Normally you don't see Wisp ganking. Normally Wisps just kind of hang out and lane to level 6. So this might be a little bit more action packed than we would think in the early stages. Wisp is invisible on my screen. Is this invisible for you too?
No.
Oh, just it's a floating ball. Okay. Maybe I need to restart my donor. Invisible Wisp. Apparently it was Zenith who picked Spectre 2 to 3 days ago, according to people on my streams. Okay, and the game is up.
Is it? Yeah. It's gonna be
battle
really
begins.
offensive, tri-lane on top. But meanwhile, is Shadow Demon going? No, he's just warding.
Yeah. I think they're just going to try and shut this Magnus down. We might see Magnus going over this way to pull the lane down, but you know, that Lina Shadow Demon combination is going to destroy him. If he gets caught out of position, even with the skewer, he's going to be slowed down by the Spectre. He's not going to stand much of a chance. Meanwhile, we just see Rave Plume in the jungle there.
But look at the Spectre. Meanwhile, like she's going in on easy lane, tri lane, and she got so many healing, so much.
Yeah. Well, I guess, as I said, I think the supports are going to be roaming. They're probably going to get a couple of levels on the Spectre and shut the mag down, so the Spectre can slow the mag, and then they're going to roam. So when the mag comes up, especially if the mag's bottle crowing, he's going to be harassing him a lot with the shockwave. So I suspect that's the thought, but it looks like mag's just going to back off straight away. Spectre's just going to farm.
Wow, 6 creeps for the DK as for and
3
3
for
for 4. Okay. Okay, now they're pretty even.
Well, that was a very, very fast bottle on G by the first minute. Queen of Pain has almost got hers up. Furion's just farming the jungle. I mean, that's one thing though, is that LGD is aware that since they've got Furion in the jungle, that means that they're going to have a lot more ganking potential, whereas the Magnus is going to be shut down quite effectively because Magnus can't jungle anywhere near as well as a Furion. DK's doing really well with his last hits.